need to come up with an opening. Like, live from New York, it's LL Cool Games. Like, I need an opener. Anyway, today, Lindsay with LL Cool Games, we are going to discuss Wave 4. And really, again, the branching out of the Amiibo franchises. Are the Amiibo I don't know. We're adding another game to the Amiibo pantheon, okay? So not only are these Smash Amiibo releasing the weekend of, Memorial Day weekend, 2015, okay? So you get these Amiibo, which actually is kind of an interesting situation with Wave 4. These were announced early on at E3, and there was a Nintendo Direct that year that talked about Amiibo, right? They're kind of stepping it up a little bit. Amiibo have been out for a couple of months. Hopefully they were seeing great sales and interest. So they added these guys. They added these Pokemon ones kind of down the line. And at this point, you're getting more into the Amiibo exclusivity, right? Where you have to go to certain stores in order to get different people. I think Ness was GameStop and EB Games. And then the Pokemon were each either Target, which is, correct me up, it was Target or Canadian Walmart, which is what I'm going to refer to Target from now on. It's Canadian Walmart. And then I do believe Greninja, it was Greninja Toys R Us. Yeah, checking my cheat sheet. Greninja was Toys R Us. So you had to go specifically to these places or, right, be ready to hop online in order to grab these. So we lucked out. That weekend happens to be the start of a wave of 3 birthdays within 4 days of each other at our house. So I remember very clearly, that was the year of our 30th birthdays. So my middle kid, who's also part of all those birthdays, and I went to GameStop and bought everything that we could that they had in store. And what was really cool, and something that they did a lot, like with the Wii and the Wii U, is they gave us a sheet, right? And it had like a literal, like a picture of Pac-Man and a picture that you'd circle, and then 10 minutes before they were gonna open and let people in to shop, they'd walk down the line and take the sheet from everybody and then like prep bundles. Just throw everything in a bag. They'd hand you the sheet. They'd say, you got this, this, this. So I have a picture that I will include here. A fantastic picture. Okay, so this is a picture of number 2 and I at the GameStop procuring our, it was a pretty new GameStop then. I wanna say it had opened maybe just the year prior. And so we were buying Amiibo for birthdays, right? That's the excuse anyway. That's the story. And it's just really fun to have kind of these little family artifacts to kind of go with some of the stories with our cool obsessions. Yeah, and that was really, really fun. So we got everybody except, it looks like, just going by labels, this one and actually the Ness, which is hilarious because wasn't Ness GameStop? And I would have been at GameStop. Interesting. That have order labels on the back that let me know I did not get them at release. But I know some of the exclusives too would like drop, and then 6 months or whatever later it would open up and you could get them somewhere like Best Buy. And it just made, and I know 2015 Amiibos like exploded, right? They got really cool. Nintendo leaned in really hard. They made them available for a ton of really popular IP, but you couldn't find them anywhere unless you were obsessed like me and trolling the internet, making sure that you knew, right? I was signing up on Amazon and places where I would get messages, emails or whatever, to let me know that so-and-so is available for pre-order. And then I'd have to right then drop what you were doing and order it so that you knew you were gonna get one. Because now prices are low for some of these, right? For the common ones that everybody has, right? Charizard, probably not a super expensive Amiibo. But these all, again, did things in a game that was right? It was super current. Lots of people were playing it. Lots of people were involved in it. Nintendo was not pushing it, but yeah, kind of pushing it, right? By giving us all of this cool stuff. Nintendo was really leaning in on Smash. I mean, like, this is a franchise that we love. We know that you guys love it too. Just wait till you see what comes out on the Switch. Like, I wonder how much of that was that, like, ramping up to build up to that penultimate game that we did get for the Switch. And brought us a whole bunch more Amiibo. So this is Wave 4 officially for the Smash franchise. The 3 Pokemon, which seems wild, right? Because there's still more. It's crazy. And we haven't even seen the Ash Ketchum Pokemon Trainer Amiibo yet. Like, what? Who is deciding these things? Anyway, so these 2 guys were the late edition. Cool information. Is this Lucina? Lucina, gorgeous character. Right, sword fighter. I love the details that they put in. She's beautiful. Pac-Man and Charizard were definitely popular in this house. Is this Robin? Yeah, Robin. Who do we got? Wario, who's a little beat up, man. I store these in the 18-gallon Rubbermaid totes. And I stack them, like I kind of like Tetris them together, right? So there's another one on top and the pieces, but sometimes they get a little roughed up. And then who's this? Ness. Gorgeous, adorable. I love, again, like a character like this, super simple. There's not really texture. There's not really anything to complicate the figure. It's just Ness. He looks like he did in the pixelated game, right? Very cool. All right. So then after we have, well, kind of right? It was a crazy weekend for Amiibo. With the Smash characters coming out, we had Splatoon, right? They had released and did a test fire for the new IP Splatoon, which is so crazy to think back. Splatoon is 10 years old and they've already done 3 games? That's nuts. Where's my game? Here we go. So this is the original. Splatoon, amazing, amazing. For our family, because we were in transition, right? 2015 is when we relocated. So this game didn't get a ton of play for us. It just didn't, right? My kids really weren't big enough, old enough to be into the franchise because this is a pretty skill-based game. I'm not this kind of player, and the husband was busy with a new job and helping get things situated because we were moving, blah, blah, blah. So we didn't get a lot of screen time on Splatoon until Splatoon 2, and 3 gets played constantly. So these are the first Amiibo that came out, and yes, I have 2, and we will discuss that. All it was Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, and then the green Splat guy. I don't even know. The green Kraken. So these characters came either, and well, actually I have an example. So the recolor came out the next year. All right, this is the next, and all it is again, it's just a recolor. This isn't the like player 2 versions that come out later in the Amiibo's life, and they kind of have like this one weird wave of the player 2 poses because they're different poses. This is just a recolor. Okay, super cool. I really love the second wave with the recolor. But what I wanted to show you is these came in a 3-pack, okay, with the boy, the girl, and then the Kraken Splatling thing in the middle. Or you could buy these on crazy clearance at Best Buy. Let's try and line them up. Boy. A little dusty. Girl. But look at what's missing. Okay, if you bought these individually, you did not have the opportunity to get that Kraken, which means you did not unlock those challenges, which means you did not get to play that part of the game. Okay, for me, as somebody who loves what this is, right? I love the collectability. I love the licensed Nintendo toys. This was fantastic. This was amazing. This was absolutely the reason to get them out of the box and scan them and play. Okay, because the green guy, again, unlocks, I think there's like 20, they were big on 20. A whole bunch of these Kraken levels, and then the Kraken, like, big boosted attack thing that you can use in game. The boy unlocked some challenges, like specific character-based challenges. You had to use a certain weapon to beat those challenges, and then that unlocked the ability to get character-specific armor. I do believe, isn't he the samurai with this sweet, like, samurai helmet and stuff? Right, but even that would take multiple scans, right, to get all the pieces for it, because it's a hat, a top, body, right, whatever, armor, and then the feet. And if you didn't have this Amiibo, you weren't doing that. And that's crazy that they were limiting that, right, behind a paywall, for lack of a better word, right? You have to go and buy this piece of plastic in order to be able to play these things. The girl had like a school uniform was her outfit, but again, you had to play the 20 challenge levels. You had to play them with the specific weapon that it scanned in for you to do. And then you, over multiple scans, could unlock the full outfit. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The challenges are hard. So if you weren't beating those challenges, you weren't getting those armor sets. Even if you did buy, it's so insane. So the green splat thing also, at our house, the reason it was important, you had to beat all those levels in order to get the power armor, which to me looks like a super cool, like, futuristic Predator outfit, right? It's got a crazy, like, futuristic helmet, big, cool, like, shiny armor, and then, like, the wildest high tops, right? They look like big metal high tops that go with the outfit. So, but again, if you weren't buying the pack, which is actually a little bit cheaper than buying 3 individuals, like, they made it worth your while, but you had to hunt this bad boy down to get the 3-pack, the original 3-pack. You had to know Splatoon was coming out. You had to locate somewhere, which mine looks like it's Best Buy. You had to locate somewhere that was even gonna have them, that would let you pre-order them, or somewhere that you thought that you would be able to grab it in person. Like, it was chaos. This was the Wild West of Amiibo time. But then it's super interesting to look at it and think, like, just, you know, whatever year, this was 2016. Yeah, so this was it too. Like, let's talk about that. These 3 came out and it was it for a year. Because these didn't come out till late summer 2016, and then Callie and Marie came out also. Super cool. But that's it, right? Just like the Mario Party. The Mario Party kind of like pauses for a while before you get more Amiibo. So again, I would love to pick somebody's brain about the strategy behind this. Like, how are you deciding which Smash characters were coming out, right? How are you deciding, you know, we're just gonna release these 3, but for Mario Party, they got 6 to start, and then what the timeline is for more. And don't even ask about Legend of Zelda Amiibo yet. Because unless it's the Smash ones, nothing comes out until 2017 once we're playing on the Nintendo Switch, right? It's so wild because the first Zelda ones there are the Breath of the Wild ones. So it's so crazy. Okay, so let's talk about this too. Let's move these guys out of the way. I love the recolor. These are so gorgeous. And it does give you an inkling of the what they do on the back, right? It kind of tells you, but there's no super specifics, right? Get the gear. What does that mean? It doesn't tell me I have to do a bunch of stuff to get the gear. And I will say I also have another image that I will share from our family's Amiibo ridden pass of my boys, all 4 of my gamers, playing, and I think it's the Splatfest. Or not, maybe it is like the first Splatfest, because it wasn't very long after this came out that they did that. I'll have to look. I'll have to see if I can date this picture, or whether or not it's the test fire too. Yeah, maybe, because looking at how little my youngest is in this picture, it might be. Plus that outfit is like absolutely one of my favorite outfits, and he didn't fit it for very long. it might have been the test fire when they were testing whether or not this was gonna work. Like, can you imagine? What if the test fire hadn't gone well? Would they have delayed it? What would they have done? Just release it for Japan? Like, that would burn. Okay, so let's talk super quick about the difference in the Amiibo. All right, so here is mine that I picked up at Torg last year, Torg 24, because this is my Splatling boy. Wah, wah. His ink tank is gone. They were like heat pressed in there, and for whatever reason, mine has bailed. I have it in a junk drawer somewhere. The glue has not worked. Believe me, I glued it. I glued everything. It didn't work, so I just bought myself a fresh one. But what was super interesting, the guy whose booth that I bought the second guy from, and it was like $7.99, totally worth it to get, right, to get the attached tank. They have different numbers. So here's the original one, right? And just look at, there's digits there, and then look at, ooh, this one's still grody from the price tag. Hey, vendors, don't stick grody price tags on the bottom of your stuff. Stick a nice tag that's just gonna come right off. The numbers are different because this guy was probably a single, was our hypothesis, versus this guy coming in the 3-pack. The more you know, okay? Pay attention to what Amiibos you buying. All right, and with that, there are so many new and amazing things that I have been learning about Amiibo whilst I have been researching for these videos. I thought Smash Amiibo only leveled up to level 10. I thought that for a really long time. Like years and years and years now. They can go to 50. Apparently I'm just lazy or checked out. Like, I don't know, maybe I got Samus to level 10 and I was like, wow, she's doing so good. Good job, sweetie. You have earned your rest. And I just called it. I just called it right there. Seriously, I did not know I could get all the way to 50. 50? How much, like, practice time does it take to get to 50? Like, that's wild. I kind of want to try. Just like put her in there and be like, all right, sweetheart, let's see what you can do. It'll be wild. Something else that I am trying to figure out how I'm going to do a video for. I found, through the magic of Reddit, I found an Amiibo app. It's not like earth-shattering, but it is for Amiibo collectors. You can actually scan your Amiibo in. Yeah, on your phone. Scan your Amiibo in, and then it catalogs them all for you. In that app, it has release dates for worldwide, which is cool because they're different. We didn't all just, sometimes we got everything kind of, you know, just with dates adjusted for time or whatever. But a lot of times there are weeks in between just due to supply and having to ship things around the world. There are pictures, like 360 pictures of all the Amiibo. There are families where you can like click in, and so like all the Mario Party ones are all like listed together, and you can sort them with like the red base or whether they have the Smash base. This Amiibo app is incredible. It also has every single card Amiibo. What? Like, that's nuts to me. I did do cards for Animal Crossing. I had a bunch of the packs of cards, and it ultimately got to the point where I was a little obsessed, was buying a lot of packs, and then turning around and selling my doubles and triples and quadruples turned into just selling all of them. So I don't have those, but I have all of these, and it would be awesome to be able to catalog them. I know GameEye can catalog Amiibo. It's not super easy, and I know when I had gone through the first time, it didn't even want to like catalog some of them, like it wasn't recognizing, you know. And I remember the 3 Marios, right? The silver, the gold, and the standard Mario Party Mario. It didn't like that. Like there was something weird with the app, and I know GameEye is updating constantly, so I need to get back in there and see what's up. But yeah, and you can scan it, you can put in whether it's, you know, new in the box or it's, you know, being used, which obviously if you're scanning it in, like tapping it, it would be out of the box. But it's just super fascinating, and I love that there is an Amiibo community, right? There are people out there that love these, that want these to continue to be a part of gaming, because that's kind of where the next question in my head is are we continuing with Amiibo? Does anybody know? I know, right, so I have like pros and cons. Like I'm building an argument for myself. I'm pro. I think we're staying with Amiibo, okay? They just, at the Universal Park here in America, the wristy things that you get for $1 million, I don't even know how much they are, to interact with all the like Mario interactive stuff, that's an Amiibo. So you like scan it, right? Super cool. If I was rich, I would want all of those things. Because can you imagine like a cool like watch display to display all those like the Amiibo watch things? Oh, so cool. Not gonna happen. But I find it hard to believe that, right, with the Switch 2, they've got all this cool stuff built in. Why wouldn't they have an NFC, right, a tag scanner built in? Like, it can't be an expensive part, can they? Why would they just leave out something that people want? And I hope we find out in a week, right? Please tell me, let me know if I'm gonna be able to scan my Amiibo. And that's the thing, right? Like if they don't have that built in, all these Amiibo are gone. All those things that you can access are gone. Even with those compatible games like Smash, like Splatoon 3, they're just gonna be gone? Like I find that super hard to believe. That's not Nintendo, right? Nintendo wouldn't do that to its fan base, especially to their Amiibo fan base. Like, come on, you love us. You want us to follow along. The husband, capital T, capital H, the other day had a really good point. There have been some super awesome, very Mario on brand games that have come out more recently that did not get Amiibo. I'm still surprised we don't have any Luigi's Mansion Amiibo. Like Polterpup would be the cutest glow-in-the-dark Amiibo, please. But like Mario Wonder didn't get any Amiibo, and that made my heart drop. I'm like, oh crap. We're really done with Amiibo? But right now there's been nothing announced. We're just kind of in this waiting space. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow there is a Nintendo Direct, a Switch, not Switch 2, just Switch Nintendo Direct. Maybe, which will be in the past when this video releases, because my videos come out on the weekend. Sorry. Maybe then they'll announce something, maybe for the Switch 2. Please let me know, Switch 2, that there's a scanner, right? Like we're doing all these cool, like, oh, I can be a mouse. Like, why can't you be an Amiibo scanner? Please? Could we please do that? That would really be important to me. So, moving on, after Wave 4. Wave 4 is huge. Wave 5 is tiny. And then we start walking into the fall. And it ramps up huge. It's like monthly. Boom, 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 boom. To get us through to the end of 2015. We step outside of Nintendo IP. Amazing. Super exciting. And that'll be really fun to kind of keep following this along and see where we're gonna go with this Amiibo thing. So far, I'm absolutely enjoying the time sink that is making these videos. I'm also very much enjoying having it kind of on my calendar so that I go, oh, I need to do my research so that I'm ready, so that I have all these Amiibo lined up, so I can find all my Amiibo, so I can get my video space ready, so that I can sit and talk seriously about Amiibo, hopefully to people who care, right? So I guess until next time, get ready, Wave 5 and beyond. I might go all the way through to Christmas because it's just so much and it just like piles on, and it's like once a month there's Amiibo coming out. We'll see. I have to think about it. And I have a week to do it. So lots more to read, lots more to do. I'm gonna hopefully start scanning my personal Amiibo into the app. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited to report back. And until then, thanks for playing.